So what if you could build a full-stack, production-ready application, literally just by describing its vibe? Imagine a world where natural language completely replaces rigid code syntax, a world where a random idea in your head instantly becomes a working tool, or even a playable 3D environment. Well, we're not waiting for the future of software development anymore, because it is officially here.
Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to have some fun. We're stepping right into Google DeepMind's brand new digital sandbox to check out a massive leap forward in their app and world-building ecosystem. We'll be looking at how entire software stacks, robotic reasoning models, and infinite interactive worlds are being built right now, way faster than ever before.
Here is our blueprint for today. First, the AI app factory. Second, vibe coding apps. Third, multimodal analysis. Then we're going to scale it up to AI in the physical world, generating interactive worlds, and finally, the new creator era.
Okay, let's dive into Section 1, the AI App Factory, and building the foundation with Gemini 3.1. Right off the bat, there's a really clear division of labor between the two new models powering Google AI Studio. Gemini 3.1 Flash is basically your workhorse. It fires back responses in under 2 seconds, making it absolutely perfect for rapid iterations and quick data tasks. But then you have Gemini 3.1 Pro. This is for the heavy lifting. It actually achieved a verified score of 77.1% on the ARC AGI-2 benchmark. Now, what does that mean? It means it's incredibly good at solving brand new logic patterns it hasn't seen before. So, you use Flash to brainstorm and test, and then you tag in Pro when you need really deep, nuanced execution.
And both of these models share one absolutely crucial number, a 1 million token context window. To put that into perspective, that is roughly 1,500 pages of text. You can upload entire books, massive sets of documentation, or literally complete code bases, and the AI maintains perfect recall across the whole thing. It's not just a big number for the sake of it. It fundamentally changes how much data you can process in a single go. Moving on to Section 2, Vibe Coding Full-Stack Apps, from English to Execution.
So, what exactly is vibe coding? Basically, it means you describe your app idea in everyday English, the vibe if you will, and the AI steps in as your personal developer. It generates the fully functional front-end UI and all the back-end logic. You don't actually need to write traditional code. You just chat with it, preview the app live, and deploy it right from AI Studio 2.0's build mode.
Let's look at an example. Say you want to build a full-stack bookshelf cataloger. You just prompt the idea. Behind the scenes, Google's anti-gravity agent intelligently manages multiple files to build the interface. And, when your app needs a database for book data and user logins, it automatically configures Firebase and a Firestore database for you, and it integrates Google Auth instantly. You literally just accept the terms in a pop-up, and boom, your app is live with cloud storage fully integrated. Zero manual backend configuration required. It's a real game changer.
Let's shift gears to Section 3, Real-Time Multimodal Analysis, the ultimate digital assistant.
The URL context tool is super cool. It lets you point the Gemini API directly at web links, PDFs, or GitHub repos so it can extract data or analyze code for you. But it goes a step further with multimodal video analysis and real-time screen sharing. Add in Gemini Live, and you can actually have a real-time flowing conversation with the AI while it analyzes your live code or complex data streams. It is essentially like having a senior engineer looking right over your shoulder to help you out.
Stepping out of the screen, we're at Section 4, AI in the physical world, robotics ER 1.6. So previous models like Gemini 3.0 Flash had pretty basic spatial reasoning, like they could draw a box around an object on screen. But Robotics CR 1.6 introduces this massive leap called embodied reasoning. This model actually acts as the high-level brain for a robot. It deeply understands complex physical constraints. It knows not to pick up an object heavier than 20 kilograms or how to avoid crushing fragile materials.
And this brilliantly illustrates one of its wildest capabilities, agentic vision. Through a partnership with Boston Dynamics, they trained R1.6 to allow robots, like the robot dog Spot, to read analog gauges autonomously. It looks at the gauge, zooms in, uses spatial pointing, and then it actually writes and executes code live to estimate the proportions on the dial, returning a super precise reading. It's literally reasoning through physical space by executing code, just like a human engineer would.
Which brings us to Section 5, Generating Interactive Worlds, Project Genie 3. Genie 3 is their general-purpose world model, and the specs here are honestly incredible. You use simple text descriptions, and it generates photorealistic 720p environments that you can explore in real time running at a smooth 20 to 24 frames per second.
It does this through what they call auto-regressive generation. That just means it creates the world frame by frame based on your text and your live controller actions. It even remembers the environment, so if you turn around, the world behind you is still perfectly consistent.
Imagine typing this prompt. The character is a large, light pink balloon animal rabbit. Its feet make distinct contact with the ground, creating splashes in the puddles. Genie 3 just instantly simulates it. It inherently understands that a physical object interacting with a wet surface creates a splash. It grounds the character in 3D space with accurate shadows and physics, all generated entirely from that one sentence.
Or, take it to the creative extreme. How about a giant ostrich made entirely of Lego bricks sprinting through a dusty Texas highway? You aren't just watching a pre-rendered video of this. You are actively playing and navigating this dynamically generated, completely absurd world. It is a stunning display of open-ended world simulation.
Finally, let's look at Section 6, the new creator era, and how this completes the Maker Sandbox. Google is really rounding out the creator stack with two huge upgrades. On the visual side, we've got NanoBanana. This is a massive step forward in image generation that focuses specifically on character consistency. You can take a character, swap their clothes, change the whole background, and the AI maintains their exact likeness perfectly. For audio, there's Lyria 3, which lets developers generate really high-fidelity music, anything from quick 30-second clips to full 3-minute studio-quality songs. And crucially, to ensure transparency, both of these tools automatically embed a Synth ID digital watermark directly into the output. We have covered an immense amount of ground today. From the Gemini 3.1 app factory automatically hooking up Firestore databases, to embodied robots writing code to read analog gauges, all the way to Genie 3 spinning up interactive 3D Lego worlds out of thin air. The tools are built, the technical barrier to entry is fundamentally gone. So I want to leave you with this one final provocative thought. With limitless creative power right at your fingertips, what will you vibe into reality? Thanks for joining me for this explainer. I absolutely cannot wait to see what you build.